Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't start too early, but we'll see. Okay, I'm on. I hope everything is okay. Let me make sure my mic is not muted. No. Okay. Alina Melang, Vicky Alberstein, Deborah Webb, Maxine Ladouceur, Kiba Lion, DM, Nana BC. I hope. Oh, happy 4th, everyone. Happy Independence Day. I almost forgot because I have so much floating around my head. I almost forgot. Hi, Joel Tilson. Okay. Somebody asked me a question and I should read it. And I'm going to read it because of something I said some months ago. I don't remember exactly how long, but I've repeated that, I believe, a few times. The person said, what effect will the conjunction be of Mars and Uranus with fixed star Algol on July 16th at 26 degrees Taurus, considering everything SCOTUS has done of late and Trump's retribution agenda? This conjunction makes me uneasy. Can you shed any light on this? Yes. I don't remember, well, the minute I read this, what I said, I've said it a couple of times here, that, in fact, some of you even asked me, what did I think was going to happen because I said I didn't see Trump past a certain, I don't remember exactly if I said the summer or, I don't remember exactly, but I said I did not see him, but that doesn't necessarily mean, there are certain things I don't want to say in here. But let me read the meaning of this the Algol is a fixed star, and everyone has it in our chart, okay? And it says in astrology, Algol is one of the most unfortunate stars. Ptolemy referred to it as the Gorgon of Perseus and associated it with death by depiction, mirroring the myth of the hero Perseus' victory over the snake-headed snake-headed Gorgon Medusa. Let me tell you something. Trump and his inner circle are so and Republicans and the Heritage Foundation, but those guys are outside. Trump is so desperate for power, for money, and the number one motivation is staying out of prison. He will do anything, as he did on January 6th. And I don't know how many of you have heard that guy Stephen Roberts, the threat that he made, saying that we are on the midst of a new American Revolution, and it will be bloodless if liberals let it be. Intuitively, do you guys remember I've been saying to you for a long time, there is something going on behind the scenes. I don't understand what it is. What intuitively I feel, they're going to do something. Well, if you notice what the Supreme Court has done this week, this is nothing. This is only a test pass to see how things will go, because they are going to cause all types of disruption around November if Trump is losing, or if they don't feel things are going their way. These guys, including the Heritage Foundation, it feels like to me, the guy who owns Blackwater, I don't remember his something Prince, okay. He said something the other day, and that stayed on my mind the day Bannon went to report to prison. He basically warned the prison warden to take care of Bannon. That, I'm like, what is this guy who is, I mean, yes, I know he has mercenaries at his disposal all over the world. It feels like to me, intuitively, Trump, since Prince's sister was, and the friends as well, Prince's sister was one, and Trump's cabinet, I forget her name, but that very rich woman that was in charge of education, you guys know who I am talking about. There has been talk and planning behind the scenes to take power by any means necessary. I've told you that. Eric Prince, thank you very much, artist. Eric Prince, yes. They will stop at nothing because they, and also the other thing, they are expecting Democrats to be pliant, just walk away, just like they did when they put Bush back in power. A whole bunch of people started banging on the windows when they were counting the votes. You guys remember that? Well, this time they are ready to go a lot further. They have contingency plans to deploy their own militias, if you will. And they think, first of all, by involving the Supreme Court, okay, they did a pass. The Heritage Foundation is out already. And then do you guys remember I've told you I answered to one of those right-wing radio people, promising a civil war? Well, I'm sure all of you have heard Republicans have been talking civil war for a while. It's because this thing has been under the surface. But right now it feels like to me intuitively, they feel they are ready for anything. They have the Supreme Court in their back pockets. They have the state level people, okay, ready to go to start all kinds of shenanigans, okay? And they have Eric Prince, among other. I don't feel it's the majority of the military that's going to be on their side, but they have enough to cause a lot of carnage. And intuitively, if President Biden is not prepared to stop these people, they will take over this country. And this is what has been going on behind the scenes. I've been trying to tell everybody. But let me tell you one thing, though. The position of that, the position is one thing. The other problem is Mars and Uranus. Mars is war, okay? It's going to be right on top of Algol on the 16th of this month, okay? And Uranus is not too far. So, Uranus is unpredictability, sudden change, all kinds of stuff, okay? And that is taking place on Trump's house of reputation, career, and things like that, okay? So, what has Trump done? All those things, he's been planning all those things with people from the Heritage Foundation and everyone else. How to take power. Something nasty is going to happen to him and the people around him. That's what I feel. To answer the person's question, I understand her uneasiness, and I agree with her. I'm not worried. But that's what I have just said is the coordination that's been taking place. And that guy from the Heritage Foundation, I don't understand why the DOJ is not investigating him for inciting violence. And I this morning again, I sent 2 emails. One to President Biden and the other one to Vice President Kamala Harris today. Hopefully they will read them. This situation that's coming within the next week or so, you know what, guys? Time is difficult to tell in this thing. But I am so happy, I forget, I can't do a search for it now, that the person posted that comment and pointed out to me what's going on in Trump's chart. And do you guys remember I also told you that, one second, okay? Okay, I'll get back to this 1 second because it just flashed in front of me. I didn't get a full picture. But the thing is, all those things that they are putting together. Oh yeah, I know. They're showing me a whole bunch of people, and I was trying to figure out, understanding what it is. And Trump in a circle. I'm sorry. I sometimes I have to try to understand what I see. And Trump in a circle. Do you guys remember I told you? A lot of them are not comfortable with some of the talks that they are hearing behind the scenes. A lot of them are freaking out. The violence is causing them pause, is giving them pause, and also their families. They are thinking of in terms of their families. This was a job. They expected a campaign just like everything else, but some of the stuff that Trump, Heritage Foundation, and Eric Prince and these people, what they are talking about, that's not what they signed up for. So that's one thing I feel that can save us from this mess, because I feel they are reporting out of fear what these people have planned for this country. And that guy, Stephen Roberts, he's so full of himself and so arrogant, he'll get to eat his words too. That's my prediction. Remember, guys, I told you also there are investigations going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of yet. Jack Smith, that's the one I'm going to say, okay, because I don't know everything that's going on. This is my intuitive impression of how I see things. It may not be Jack Smith, but I'm going to call Jack Smith, okay? That are going on that we are not aware of. A lot of people are calling for Biden's, some people in Congress, donors and others are asking that Biden drops out. Biden, it feels like to me, is aware of some of those things. And the reason why, first of all, I don't feel he's ill, or at least they're saying, he's too old and stuff. We're going to have to stop thinking or seeing people of advanced age. Yes, they can't run, the way we or some of us can run, or people a lot younger than us can run, but their brain is intact. They may not remember facts but the wisdom that they have, the understanding of things that Biden has brought to the table and has gotten us to where we are today, we are lucky. But the point I'm trying to make is he knows what to do because he's been in government for a long time. He understands dictatorship. The only thing that concerns me, he won't think twice about making the decision to dismantle Trump's network of insurrectionists, because that's one thing Republicans are counting on, for Democrats to chicken out, because that's what Democrats do. They say, okay, you might as well give it to them. Okay, we don't care, we'll run again. No, there won't be a second time, or at least the second election will be held in 10, 20 years from now, because they want to be in power. And that's what that Heritage Foundation guy is trying. He wants to impose his will. If I were him, the picture I just saw, I wouldn't be so confident. My friends, I'm not sure when this is going to happen. But the person who asked me that question, don't worry. But some people, Trump and company, with a big mouth, who are planning violence on this country, something a lot bigger than what they did on January 6th, will backfire on them. They think they are the only one with guns. They are the only one who are brave. Let's see what happens. This is going to blow up. And there is a lady who has been very good, a historian. Her name is Angrier. She's a professor. She is an expert, in dictatorship and stuff like that. She's been explaining what's going on with Trump and his sycophants and lackeys. She's done a pretty good job at that. I feel like saying she has helped awaken a lot of people. She has enlightened them. The thing is, intuitively I feel they have to dismantle that network before they start anything. That's my concern. That's why I'm writing all these authorities, whoever's willing to listen, or hopefully somebody will open. According to one of you who's familiar with this a lot more than I am, said they will read them. I hope they take it seriously, or at least, well, I think they're getting messages from Trump's inner circle. But Trump is making another big mistake. They think everyone around them want to destroy this country like they do. No, absolutely not. And my friend, I'm not going to say it's only Trump. It's Trump, his family, and some lackeys and his inner circle. I don't feel it's because a lot of people around Trump, they didn't think, they didn't sign up, like I said earlier, for what they are seeing Trump, Eric Prince and company developing, the Heritage Foundation guy. And I can see Trump standing up saying, I don't care how many people die. That's the way I'm seeing Trump, and Eric Prince agreeing with Trump. The others are wondering, are they going in the right direction? Not that they're not ready to go, they will go. But Eric Prince, Trump, Bannon, and some of those people, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't feel they are all into what's going on. But that's why we see the arrogance of those people. Yeah, this is going to end badly for that guy from the Heritage Foundation and Trump and his family. Let me say this. Intuitively, I feel, except maybe for well, two of them, the two young ones, Baron and Malba and I forget her name, but Trump's last daughter may be spared, but they're all going to have legal issues, and they're going to have to go to court and explain some of the stuff that I've told you in the past, accessing areas when it comes to secure documents they had no business getting into. It's a lot more than I'm saying, but since this is all I know, how to explain it to you to show the gravity of the situation. It's not going to be only Trump. It's a matter of when this happens. Like I've said before, and please don't be alarmed. We're going to be okay. I feel like saying Trump is the head of this whole thing. Like I've said many times, they are using him. It's an end to him. It's a means to an end. And they are hoping by the time when they get Trump in there, they can take over. They will get everything ready. They can do what they want. I don't think that's going to happen. These people are about to be capped, kneecapped. That's what's coming. Let's see what happens. But don't be afraid. I'm concerned because I am just shocked at the arrogance in this country for somebody to go and on TV advertising, I'm going to do this, and if you don't like it, there's gonna be blood. And I haven't heard anything from Garland. That's the only thing that I know that can be part of all the investigations that I told you before that that they have ongoing. But don't be afraid. I told you something bad was going to happen, or however I put it months ago to Trump. Okay? The person who asked me that question, the minute I read it, I'm like, oh boy, that's what I was getting, but I did not know at the time because I know about Algol, but I did not know the meaning. I had to go and read. I had to do the research between this morning. I had to do the research because that's the person wrote it overnight. I was sleeping and I woke up around 2:30 this morning to go to the bathroom. And I said, oh, because when you're a YouTuber, you're always looking at, how your channel is doing. Did I get any views? Did I get a couple of more subscribers? You're always doing that, at least me anyway. And from what I understand, a lot of YouTubers do that. The thing is, the person wrote it, and it was in the middle of the night. When I saw it at 2:30 this morning, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been talking about. And I started doing the research. And this morning, and I'm like, yeah, this is what's coming. So, some way, somehow, God would put an end to Trump's plan to change this country into whatever kakamemi, stupid thing, his plans, and change the direction of everything. So don't be afraid. The only person I'm hoping, I think I don't know why. Please, you guys probably know better than I do. I feel Kamala Harris takes no prisoners. Biden is too. He's a Scorpio. He keeps everything close to his vest. And I know he can respond. But I don't know if it's Kamala Harris who's going to push Biden to make the decision to take on these people, or say to Democrat, we gotta move forward and do what we have to do. But my friends, our government is going to have to make some major decisions to prevent a catastrophe on our soil, and I feel they will succeed. That's my prediction. Okay, Bronx Sage says, "Hi, Milou. When I said you were showing your Haitian side, that was a good thing. Thank you." We don't take dictatorship lightly. We revoke 2 dictators and we'll do it again. Oh, yes, absolutely. I have no patience for these low lives. Accomplish zero, obviously. And that's why I don't understand. I don't think the polls are correct, my friend. I don't know how many of you watched Odano last night, and he was talking when Potakis. I was disappointed as well because I thought Potakis was going to win, and he created, and I believe Reagan. He was running against Reagan. He made some mistakes, and anyway. So, and he was saying they had him ahead around this time. His poll numbers were sky high, and all of a sudden it cratered. And remember I told you, don't worry. Well, I said that before. I said Biden's poll numbers will improve over the summer or something like that. I'm not quite sure because I say so much. It's getting hard to keep track of everything I say. But anyway, I feel that's what's coming. And O'Donnell, when I heard O'Donnell say that, I'm like, okay, I think I'm onto something. And Dr. Lichtman, or Lichtman, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, okay, Professor Lichtman, I don't know, maybe he's a doctor too, I don't know. I saw a clip, a video clip, I don't remember where I saw it. He was giving the CNN reporters a hard time. He's saying they are responsible for letting Trump gaslight the public. Oh, he went off on them. I'm sure some of you saw that, but I didn't see it live. It seemed like he did that a couple of times. But yeah, but the reason why I'm bringing him up is because he feels the same way I do. That Trump will fail. And he said, don't remove Biden. And that's what I said as well. But, we all have choices. Biden can decide whatever he wants. But late afternoon, he decided he's staying in. So I feel it's a tough fight ahead. I feel we can win. But if I see anything different, I'll let you know. But as I'm speaking to you, I am feeling the next month is going to be critical here when it comes to the election, and I don't mean that in a bad way. There's a lot coming. You know something else? I told you that before, but now I feel more certain about it. There's a lot going on that we don't know about, and it feels like to me what Biden is learning regarding Trump's activities and others are getting him angrier and angrier every day. It feels like to me he has a surprise for Trump as far as things he has done that are going to be known. And it's going to be shocking. And you know something else? I found this so disgusting. How many of you saw the picture of grown-up Trump with a 13-year-old girl? Have any of you seen this? Oh my God, I just saw it this morning the first time. Angela Nack says, I'm a Scorpio also, and I have been told of my stubbornness, meaning will fight for right with no fear. Exactly. Dan Para said, yes. Oh, Plenty Fletcher, it's really sad because A grown man with a 13-year-old. I mean, you know, I don't. You dating a 25-year-old, you know, 10,000-year-old. That's, you know, at 25, she's not there yet, but she thinks she knows everything. She can, you know, that's a different story. But a 13-year-old, I'm not against people who date younger people. That's the way I should put it. But a 13-year-old, are you kidding me? And he's proudly, you know. I was shocked this morning. I was wondering, I didn't have a chance to do it. I was tempted to go into my Photoshop to see if this thing was doctored. That's how shocked I was. And all those things are not known by the people in the Trump base. And the reason why that was brought up, I brought that up, is to, in a sense, there is a connection. There is an energy here. Things that are yet to come out that Trump has done. And by the way, that picture that I mentioned is part of the Epstein dump. You know, all his activities and what happened behind the scenes we don't know much about yet. But it feels like to me there is more to come. I don't know where it's going to come from. But I feel Biden has a secret for Trump. Has a, you know, yeah, some revelations that are going to be very embarrassing for Trump, because he has a lot of, him and the people around him have, you know, and his family, they have a lot of skeleton in their closets. Somebody said, yeah, from my corner says 13 is a child. Exactly, that's the problem. Oh my God. But anyway, this is so sick. I mean, anyway, and very sad, because what happens is the psychological impact. It's trauma when someone that age. Tom White says it's 13-year-old. Yes, but yesterday I mentioned that, but I'd never seen the pictures before. I've heard about it. You know, I'm not really into these things. Well, it's not a matter of into. You know, there are certain things I'm like, oh well, you know, the authorities will go after him. And I remember that young lady, one of them was suing him. But I stumbled on that picture this morning. I'm like, oh my God. But you know what? The problem is the trauma. All those young girls, whatever they did to them, today I bet you they are exhibiting major trauma in their relationships and in their lives. But it's going to come back to bite him. That's my prediction. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think somebody else asked me. There were more questions, I think. I'm going to have to scroll up. 1 second. Okay. I'm looking to see, I don't think I don't think I have any more. I mean, I have questions, but I haven't had a chance to read or to answer all the comments. So if I haven't answered you guys, please be patient with me. It's been a busy few days. And also, I'm editing a video. I'm trying to get it done, hopefully. You know what happens is, when I edit videos, it takes me a little longer, because I'll edit it, you know, and I'll listen to it, and then I will put it aside for an hour or so and get back to it, just to make sure, you know, I'm never satisfied with them, but the best I feel it could be. So it takes me a little longer. Okay. Chris La says, any feelings if Barron will follow in Trump's footsteps as far as type of person? How can he not? That's his son. Although his mom has major influence on him as well. I don't know how many of you have heard. I mean, he's going to get burned. The only thing that's going to keep him from being a psychopath like his dad, but, you know, trauma. Again, Trump's kids have been traumatized. But Byron's mom have done a very good job, keeping him, at least not like, because there is a lot of resentment among them. We just don't know about it. Or it's not written, we can't confirm it. But she doesn't want her son to be like Don Jr., Eric, and the rest. But how can he escape the behavior of his father? And, growing up around him. But what's going to give him pause, it's what's going to happen to Trump. And it's not only him, and it's going to be shocking to all of them. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for more questions. Okay, there is one. Joel Tison says, will the Heritage Foundation go away? Yes. It's not going to happen next week. But when I heard that guy Roberts, when I saw the arrogance he displayed, the first time I saw him on MSNBC, I was shocked. I'm like, this is not going to last. No. That the Heritage Foundation, they're going to have to do something else. I don't know what it is. But I feel they've made a big mistake. So they're not going to survive. Jose Mimi says, these stories have been around for years and the MAGA cult won't care at all. Oh, you know what, Jose Mimi, you have a point. But you know something? Maybe I'm confusing things, but I don't feel MAGA. Absolutely. As I'm saying this, I'm showing the picture of that woman after they caught Trump making that statement, and everybody started running away from him. Republicans, that is, started running away from him. When, that audio of him talking the way he was talking about women, okay, I'm being shown the picture of that woman who had some ugly, faded t-shirt on. She looked out of shape, which is fine, but there is a way to dress. You can make your figure flattering, more flattering. Nobody's perfect. And she had an arrow pointing in the direction on stuff and saying women for Trump. That's the picture that's being shown. So there are some people who will tolerate and go along with Trump's shenanigans. But the next month or two, I feel Democrats are going to drive home a whole bunch of, they're going to use many different approaches to get the word to filter down to regular folks so they can understand who. I mean, I know they elected him before, but is this the person they want in charge of America? And I feel they will change horse, that is, from Trump to supporting Biden or something. But my friends, this is not good. Okay, let's see. I'm going on one more question. Jolson says, nasty stories about MAGA Supreme Court will come out. Oh yeah. I mean, there is like I said before, there is a lot we don't know that's going on behind the scenes. And something, I can't believe how the Supreme Court has gotten itself in this situation. And guess what? Roberts is freaking out. I said it yesterday. I'll repeat again today. Yeah, they didn't expect the blowback they are getting. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Enjoy the rest of your 4th. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or you can call me or text me on my YouTube number. The we can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Again, everyone, thank you for coming, and thank you for your support. All the new subscribers, I appreciate it. Chat managers, I will see you all tomorrow. This afternoon should be a quiet one. Everyone eating, cookout, I think, right? Yes. See you tomorrow. Bye.